You right about the opportunity to get on Love and Hip Hop. How did that come about?
I literally just answered this question last night on FaceTime. So
Oh, okay. All right.
she said, people want to know these things. You need to make a YouTube. But
Mhm.
anyways, so what happened was I was just scrolling my minding my business, scrolling on Instagram, and then I exited Instagram to check my email. I don't know why. I just checked my email. When I
Mhm.
checked my email, I got an email with somebody saying, "Hey, we want you to participate in this TV show." They didn't say nothing. They just told me it's a TV show. We want you to participate. It looked like a scam, but I still called it. So
Mhm.
I called the number. When I called the number, immediately the lady introduced herself and she was like, "Hey, I'm from Love and Hip Hop Miami." I said, "Get the fuck out my face. Stop playing on my phone." So I'm like, all right, I'm telling her like, "Girl, you lying." So she laughing at me because she's like, "No, girl, this from Love and Hip
Yeah, this
Hop. We
real.
want to with you woo." So they hit me up and they basically was telling me, long story short, they would like to meet with me at Fountain Blue to
Mhm.
have like a little breakfast, like
Yeah.
a breakfast meet, whatever, however you say that shit. So we met up, we had breakfast, we spoke, and I didn't get it that time, but the lady told me, "I'm gonna give you my assistant number." I don't know exactly what her job title was, but she gave me someone's number who's close to her.
Mhm.
And when she gave me her number, I, for some reason, I don't know why, but I was just like, I kind of seen the lady as a friend because it's like we got on the phone. I felt her energy was really, really good and rich. And I was like, I don't mind keeping this lady updated to just in case I might get on the show.
Yeah.
So as time passed by, oh, just to remind you, like at that time, I had a mouthful of golds,
Mm.
red and blue hair, blue
Yeah.
eyebrows. Like, yo, I used to do the most back then.
Yeah.
You gotta look it up. You gotta see. So I had all that going on, whatever. But I didn't really have no story for real. I wasn't dating men at the time, and I wasn't really going through nothing like with my family or nothing really. But I was still updating them about everything with music, who I like, who I don't like, with you woo, So, anyways, they told me to update this lady. So this lady get on the phone with me right after the meeting, and her energy was just so like everything. I
Mhm.
was completely comfortable with her. So as time was passing by, I was updating her about everything.
Mhm.
So boom, I got in a relationship. I was in love. Like, I'm just giving her all the tea.
Yeah.
But it's not really about music. So I'm not thinking like, that lady called me one day and she was just like, "Hey, are you available for an interview?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, bitch. I don't give a fuck if I had to go to a funeral today." I'm just playing. But I don't care if I had to go to the funeral today, baby. I'm finna get ready. So I end up doing that interview with the lady like 2 years later.
Mhm.
And once I did that interview, I filled her in and she was like, "Okay, I'm going to push for you to get on this season. Like, this time is for real." She's like, "Get your stuff ready. Da-da-da. When you do the Zooms, like, just telling me how to carry myself, mannerisms, like how to look, and don't be shy, don't be scared with you woo. Like, just telling me all the focal points I needed to know before I get on this Zoom in front of the important people,
Yeah.
like the decision makers." So I did the Zoom. It's a lot in between that. It was not that easy. It's so crazy because literally right before they tried to get me on the show, I was facing homelessness. Like, it's just so much. I'll be talking all damn day. But basically what happened was I got it, whatever, wooty woo, and then it's like the process is not just right then and there you get on it. So
Mhm.
once you pass one stage, you have to pass the next stage, basically. So
Mhm.
once I passed that first stage, like after she prepped me and she let me know, you gotta do this, that, and the third, she passed me down to somebody else, like virtually. So
Okay.
now I'm speaking to someone who's above her job title, and they about to put me in front of the people. So the thing was how Love and Hip Hop even found out about like my personal situation, me being homeless, and how that ended up being a part of the story is because so at this time when I had to pass stage 2 with these other people, I was going through the homeless situation. Like basically my mom, she had like a Section 8. She don't got Section 8 no more. She bought her house. Shout out to her.
Hey.
But during the time she was on Section 8.
Mhm.
So the new house, we was about to move out the house that we were in. The new house that we were supposed to move in, it had to pass inspection. It failed the inspection in the middle of COVID. And COVID, it was like
Yeah.
a crazy. So, and once it failed the inspection, she had to find another house, but we still had to move out the house we was in.
Mhm.
So after that, I was homeless for like about like 6 weeks, basically 2 months, like
Mhm.
like a month and a half. So they were telling me like, "Oh, this second the person who they passed me down to do this second stage of the interview, they were telling me, 'Oh, you have to get ready because you got to present yourself every time. You don't want to look boring. You don't want to look any type of way.' So they're telling me what to wear, the colors. And I'm letting them know like, 'Hey, I'm in a situation right now. I can't be getting ready back to back for these interviews for y'all because I believe this was like the second interview and I had
Yeah.
one more to go.' And yeah, I was just letting them know what it was. And I ain't gonna lie, my boyfriend, he was telling me, 'Don't tell them.' And I was like, 'I don't give a fuck. I'm telling them.'
Yeah.
Because if I don't do it or if I don't present myself the right way, they're gonna think I'm I'm not fit for the job, and that's not what's going on. I'm just in a bad situation right now. So I told them what happened. Once I told them what situation I was in, like, to me, I'm just looking like, ooh, I'm glad I told them the truth. But to them, they like, oh, this bitch got a storyline. So at the
Mm.
time, I didn't know what that was. Like, so I got on the Zoom with them and stuff like that, and I didn't know at the time either that the person who brought me to the higher ups, he basically was telling me, like, as soon as you got off that Zoom, it was like an immediate yes. Like, we always fight to get people on this show. But I think that it played a part in me being very open, emotional. Like, we talked about my homelessness, the stuff I was going through with my family, my relation.
Yeah.
Imagine all that in a Zoom.
Nah, that's deep.
Like,
Like,
I'm talking about crying, laughing, crying. Like, it was just up and
yeah.
down. So I get why they gave me the job, and I'm so grateful. But yeah, that's the story.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Damn. I ain't know. Like, I ain't know.
I know. A lot of people don't know.
Nah, and I can relate to that. I've been through my share of homelessness, single parent, trying to take care of kids.
You have kids?
No. My mom, like,
Oh,
her taking
yes.
care of me and my brother, and it ended up being situations where we was homeless, and that's part of you going to school, and it's real outside of school, but you can't let them know how real it
Yes.
is. You gotta, if you gotta grab your little school clothes out the back of the trunk, put it on, put your book back on, and go into school. You get what I'm saying? But not anybody really knowing, okay,
What's going on?
when he go home, he ain't going home to a home. He might be in the car tonight, or he might be in a hotel.
Wow.
So that's real. And the fact that you was able to open up to them, that shows like growth in a sense, because a lot of people go through things and they won't say
You don't want
nothing.
to say nothing.
Yeah, and a lot of times you never know who's going through the same thing. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's real. That's real. And I love the fact that it paid off in tenfolds, because that ended up being what got you across that line. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe if you didn't say it and they like, I don't know. Let's see about somebody else.
Right.
Maybe they got a bigger storyline, and instead of going with you.
Honestly, I feel like that played a big part in, because you got to understand, anybody, and another thing is, anybody can just be like, oh yeah, I was homeless, man, act like they don't care. Like,
Yeah.
when I brought that up to them while I was on that Zoom, anything that I've ever owned was in my back fucking trunk. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's not like I could talk about it. Well, me personally, it's not like I could talk about it and not cry. I was like holding back from a mental breakdown in front of these people on the Zoom, because like I was literally going through it. Like, I was literally sitting in it and having to talk about it to these people. And this conversation is, in my head, I'm like, this conversation not gonna change nothing. Like, if they don't pick me, I'm still gonna have to face homelessness. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was bittersweet at the moment, but it definitely did pay off, and I thank God, because baby, that was a hard situation to pull myself out of.
Nah, that's real. Back against the wall, and you showed improve in that
But when
situation.
you down, it ain't nowhere else to go but up. So I'm just like, just tell them, girl, like, what they gonna do? Like, who cares?
Yeah. No, that's real. And it's crazy. Like, now thinking about it, the show and how it goes, it would make sense. Like, if you going through something, it's more that they can give on your part, and you contribute more to the show.
And another thing, I feel like testimonies are very effective when people see the storm you came out of. Don't nobody want to see, because I honestly, even though I was facing homelessness, I wasn't broke. I was doing hair. I owned a shop at the time. Like, I had money, but it wasn't enough to get, because, you got to have first, last, security. And then Miami is expensive as fuck. So you would have to have like $5,000, $6,000 and then some for you to move in. So at the time, I probably had like $2,000, $3,000, probably like $2,000, not three completely, but almost $3,000. And it's just like, I was still working, like trying to get my money, like trying to make sure. It was just a lot, but I got through it. So I'm grateful for that. And I feel like you gotta show people. I could have went on there flexing, like I could have lied and faked it. I could have tried, like do a little, but I just didn't. I feel like it wasn't worth it. And I feel like people appreciate seeing me go through all that stuff. And now it's like, okay, I'm fine, you guys. I got a place. I'm good. I got a car. Like, I don't stay with my mom anymore. I probably wouldn't have moved out that fast. Haitians be staying with they damn mamas and daddies until they're like 35, 40. I moved out. I'm happy. I'm the first to move out. So,
shout out to you. Shout out to
very
you.
happy.
And another thing you said that was like big, that caught my surprise, which was the part where you said you got the email and you hit them up, because in the social media era, we get hit up a lot, especially when you are consistent with putting out content. You're gonna get offers, you're gonna get hit up from different kind of people, and sometimes you can't tell which ones is real and which ones is fake. So the fact that you got that email and you said, you know, I'm gonna give it a try anyways.
Mhm.
The fact that you checked your email, because how many artists got an email that
Oh,
they
baby, I
don't look
check
at?
the money is in the emails,
Mhm.
honey. Anybody, you don't know. Like Fashion Nova could hit you up right now. It could be something so small you never know. Like you gotta check them emails, baby.
No, that's real. That's